What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Binance Coin, BNB. Shit's kicking off. The easiest way of putting it. Before I get into that, I update the spreadsheet. The first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel. Had you invested $100 into each of these when I released videos about them and you're still holding that crypto, be in profit for over 13 grand. Obviously, this is after hundreds of retracements, a bear cycle. At one point, this would have been over 100 grand. The key to all investments, profit taking, folks. If you want to see the investments that I have, you can come check out Copy My Cryptos, where I share every coin I buy and sell, as well as those coins that I'm going to be investing in during the bear cycle. Those ones that I think can 20x, 40x, 50x, 100x. If you want to see what they are, then all you have to do is click the link in the description. One thing I've been banging on about for months is the recession is coming. So building that list of coins you're excited about is key. There is still time. And if you have been building that list, just keep reevaluating. If you're still happy with those coins, you've probably got some gems in there that are worth DCAing into during the bear cycle. But keep investigating, keep researching. If you don't have the time, work commitments, family commitments, then you can come see exactly what I'm getting into. The link, folks, is in the description. Right, BNB. Currently pricing at around $280. Fundamentally, there's a lot to discuss really here. So, look, Binance hit heights of around $700 in the previous bull cycle. Now, a lot has been happening lately. And I believe Binance has a hell of a shot of getting sort of 7x returns. And that's based on, firstly, a bear cycle retracement, where I do believe it can drop down to 200 or lower. Then with what's happened recently, it could go lower. So let's look. So the SEC is reportedly suspicious about Binance's token, and they are investigating. And there was also Reuters expose. So let's have a look. Binance they basically did an ICO 5 years ago for the BNB token. The SEC, of course, they're going after crypto. They always are looking to see whether they broke securities rules. The BNB ICO took place in July 2017 on several platforms during the height of the ICO boom. Binance Exchange opened just days afterwards. According to Bloomberg, citing unnamed people familiar with the matter, at least one US resident claimed to have taken part in the ICO, which could be a crucial fact for an SEC case if the agency chooses to pursue one. They've claimed that most cryptocurrencies are securities and brought cases against a number of ICO projects. Now, anyone that knows anything about securities, the Howey test is how you establish if something is a security. Fundamentally, there are certain cryptos that I do not understand how you could claim it as a security because they don't meet the Howey test. Now, CZ said in a blog post in 2020 that the wording of the BNB white paper was changed in January 2019 because the potential for being misunderstood as a security is higher in certain regions. Binance's American arm, Binance.us, was created later that year. Also, on May 6th, as in yesterday, Reuters published a lengthy special report alleging that Binance processed at least $2.35 billion of transactions from hacks, investment frauds, and narcotic sales between 2017 and 2021, and had weak KYC and AML protections for those years. Among other cases, Reuters mentions the hacking of Etherbase, which some of the proceeds being laundered through Binance by North Korean group Lazarus and Binance's association with Russian language drug mart Hydra. Binance had a spokesperson dispute Reuters' findings and said that the exchange told Forbes in a statement that the report is a woefully misinformed op-ed that uses outdated information from 2019 and unverified personal attestations. So Binance is obviously under investigation, and they've also been ordered by the FCA to cease certain activities in the UK, although they remain active in Canada at the moment, even though they've been told to cease operations in Ontario. This is a pretty bad day for Binance. One thing that they did do was launch an attack on Coinbase and Gemini. CEO of Binance.us, Brian Schroeder, said he would happily hire any of Coinbase's disappointed applicants or those laid off by Gemini. So what they've said is, well, what they've done is launch a staking product promising high yields on staked crypto with the aim of outflanking, other exchanges. Obviously, that's work based off of proof of stake, and it should enable users to earn up to 18% APY on certain tokens. So they're supporting Audius, Avalanche, BNB, Cosmos, LivePeer, Solana, and the Graph. More tokens will be added in the future. Schroeder said staking Cosmos's blockchain Atom will generate a yield of 12.2%, while something like the smaller market cap LivePeer token will generate up to 18%. LivePeer, by the way, is one that was like a top 100 project back in 2017. So they wanted to put out a product that would unquestionably be the best staking platform in the US. So for comparison purposes, we're looking at the Coinbases, Gemini's, Krakens, and BlockFi's of the world, both in terms of the competitive returns and usability. Schroeder said that the firm's got plenty of dry powder to pursue acquisitions down the line, which I'm sure they will. And he also pointed out that in contrast to the layoffs that Coinbase and Gemini have done, their firm is hiring, and they're happy to hire those people that lost their jobs onto their staff. And last week, Coinbase obviously announced they're freezing, and Gemini laid off 10% of its staff. Now, BNB continue to make moves. They are actually stretching out towards the AEW and Dubai, and partnerships with the French government, or certainly agreements in terms of the exchange within France. So this is not great for BNB. Now, look, the SEC are corrupt, the SEC are dodgy, and the SEC are certainly working on trying to destroy crypto as much as they can in many, many ways. And they haven't filed a lawsuit against Binance yet, but if they do decide to do so, we do have to look at what's happened historically. So, and the lawsuits that the SEC have brought against cryptos have generally dragged on for a pretty significant amount of time. If you look at XRP, that lawsuit started last year. Last year or 2020, it might be 20. But it's going to be dragging on till the beginning of next year. If BNB has that will suppress price. That will push the price further down. Traditional bear cycle, obviously, we have deep corrections. Now, Binance right now hovering around 282. Fundamentally, if Bitcoin drops down to 24K, that would be right now 30% move, 20% move, about 20% move to the downside. So we would be looking at a number of the altcoins taking a 30+% move to the downside, probably more likely to be 40%. So just off of that, take 40% off, and looking at like $112 being taken off this, so drops down to 170. If the SEC then push forward with the case, price suppression could be more. Wouldn't be surprising to see BNB drop to $100. Now, if it drops to $100, previous all-time high is around 7x. If, however, it only drops to, say, 150, about half of where it is right now, give or take, A 7x would put it from 150 to a peak would be $1,050. If no SEC case is brought forward in a following bull cycle, when you expect Bitcoin to break new all-time highs, you would expect that the strongest blockchains would also break previous all-time highs. Ethereum certainly passed 4K. BNB certainly passed its previous high of 700, and 1,050 achievable. Yeah, achievable. So 7x seems a fair assessment, and it might be an understatement because, you know, even $1,000, that puts it at what, 163 billion market cap. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's also run. But you got to remember with BNB, the benefits are reductions in trading fees on the exchange, which is the biggest exchange in the world. The blockchain that they have, and while there is a ton of shit on that blockchain, and there is, like, that needs that, you know, that we need the bear cycle to remove a lot of shit in the market. BNB was one of the cheapest, one of the fastest, very, very strong. So there'll for sure be developments on there. I can see over the course of time that we're going to see a lot more games launching on things other than Ethereum, because it's not really fit for purpose in terms of gaming. So your Binance, you know, your BNB, your Solana, your Cardano, not in Cardano, but BNB, Solana, and some of the lower cap, faster Avalanche, Polygon, layering solutions as well for Ethereum. But gaming will certainly have another boom, and that will all land on the faster chains. And Ethereum won't be one of them. So, interesting. But yeah, not good. If you're a BNB holder, you do need to be aware that if a lawsuit is brought against BNB, that is going to suppress price for an extended period of time. And it will also push the price down the moment there is an announcement about a lawsuit. So bear that in mind, because there could, if we continue with a deeper correction, a deeper bear cycle, which I would expect we would, BNB could be one of those that have a far deeper drop. Which, you know, if they win the lawsuit, even if they settle their lawsuit, if there is one brought, the moment that that's done, the price should explode once again. So, something to be aware of. But interesting news, and yet again, the SEC shitting on us all. Like the video. Sorry about the tone. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you know when new content's coming out. And guys, yeah, we're in a bear cycle. DCAing in is valuable, but start finding those coins is the first job. Find those coins that you're excited about, and if you don't have your list, come see my list at copymycrypto.com. The moment I think anything can 20x or more, I'm investing. So if you want to see what those are, you just have to click the link in the description and check it out. That's it for me. Take it easy. Bye-bye.